Alright, so welcome to another episode of From Boys to Men.
Boys
From
to
boys
men.
to
Today, we've got,
From boys to men.
today we've got Craig here, Hamza,
That's me, sir.
Mac Beats,
Hey.
and Tender. Of course, we'll have the others joining throughout the
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, my bad. But we'll have the others joining throughout the video. But today, Craig is taking over the questions and the scenarios, so let's begin.
Okay, first question. Are robots going to increase or decrease our quality of life?
Are robots going to increase our quality of life?
Repeat again.
Are robots going to increase or decrease the quality of our lives?
That's a personal question.
If we're not talking about them overtaking the world, then yes, they are going to increase.
That's a personal question because for me personally, robots, as I know of now, it's a machine in it. So like microwaves, ovens, phones. So,
Facts.
It's true, but it's funny. What the fuck is this?
so I don't know, which robots are you trying to...
The ones that can take over the jobs, the ones that can replace your accountants. Is the
them ones.
Those ones.
Oh right. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah.
It depends. If you're owner of these robots, then it's gonna increase your life. What was the question? Sorry. What was
I say.
Oh, sorry.
Are robots?
I'm sorry.
Are robots going to increase or decrease? So are they going to be good or bad to the quality of our lives?
Okay. So robots,
Yes.
Robots are machines.
What's the question? What's the question?
Are robots, Hamza, are they going to increase or decrease the quality of our lives, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Quality of life or life like expectancy?
Quality of life.
Quality. Oh, hell yeah.
What they are? Increase or decrease?
Increase.
How and why? Expand.
I don't want to say.
Let me expand.
Just expand.
Let me expand. I said diffusion in that. But anyway, so robots, these robots are here for a reason. They make our lives easier, so they produce less work for humans. So let's say, like, I'm gonna say this in terms of bio robots. So if I've got a bio whatever leg, what are they called? You know them legs, yeah? So robots, I think they are. Robots right now at this age in time, they are increasing the quality of our life because we are having, like, our schedules are mad right now. Like, there's a lot of things to do right, and robots are helping us achieve what we're trying to achieve right now. So I feel like they are increasing the quality of our lives. For example, let's say a robot that can cook. Let's say a busy person like me can just program this robot to cook for me while I'm doing my work. Then I come back, eat my food. It's probably not going to be nice as my own food, but it's still convenient because I get to eat and focus on my work. So that's for me anyway. It's a personal answer. I feel like robots are increasing the quality of life.
I agree. Because think about it. We got, when you go to the supermarket, you've got the self-service machine. You know what I'm saying? So whenever there's a long queue, you go to the self-service machine. They usually open, usually free. You just do everything yourself, and you're gone. The robot is there, and you don't have to talk. You don't have to. Well, if you want to talk, you can talk, but you can just get on with your day, go scan, purchase, go home. Well, do whatever you're doing. So it makes life a lot easier. Robots.
And look, during COVID as well.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a big point.
Okay. Well, so I'm gonna expand this question now.
Okay.
Let's say in the future, we now have robots that are actually gonna replace pretty much you. Let's say you go to the bank, instead of seeing someone to talk to, there's a robot sitting there. You go to Sainsbury's or whatever, instead of seeing someone, there's a robot sitting there. How do you think that's gonna affect the economy of people,
but
like businesses?
Like Jerry just said, you can't really put supermarkets there because supermarkets already have that self-checkout. So
Nah, I'm not talking about.
you can have other scenarios like banks and stuff. Yeah, that's a good scenario. But I'm saying supermarkets already have that self-checkout thing that already doesn't have the staff there. You know what I'm saying? But then
What
people
about
like
schools?
things like banks.
Well, but
Oh,
what if you get
School,
to the
imagine a
point?
teacher.
I don't know.
The teacher is robot.
Nah, what the hell?
But unplug.
Yeah, it is a
That'd be
point.
crazy.
I got something. Because I think the way things are when you walk into a bank, for example, she said, and you say, "Oh, hello, can I help with this?" That in itself is part of the experience of being a part of that bank. So to take that away and to replace it with a robot, it's a no. I don't think it would be good for anyone because as humans, we communicate in it as humans.
And security-wise as well.
Exactly. You can hack
have
into
the
a
Terminator
robot.
at the front gate.
No, Fudush.
Yeah, but that could just cause mayhem. If you give robots the ability to be security.
But think
But do
about
you
it.
think? Okay, let me extend on Craig's question. Do you think robots should replace workers, as in like factories or like things that don't really require that much human intellect?
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Not actually.
Like construction, like something like construction
I can
working.
stop you there and say, I think robots should replace dangerous jobs.
What's a dangerous
job?
Yeah.
Like
Cooking.
huh? No, not cooking. Things like
Window
I
cleaning.
don't know, flying
Window
planes, flying planes and stuff like that.
But yeah, they already do.
Yeah,
Pilots.
autopilot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
What?
Do they?
Yeah, autopilot.
Yeah, that's been a long thing.
Yeah, but isn't that with someone sitting there anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole process is just a robot.
Okay, yeah. But I just think there's danger with just robots, like with our phones or laptops. You can class that as a robot. Like they improve life. They make communication easier, transport easier, ordering food, everything. A lot.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Wait, would you
very
classify
true.
as that robot or technology?
I would say robot personally.
I feel like a robot is like. I feel like a robot is like a phone is technology, but it's not a robot. I feel like Siri is robot. I don't know. It's a bit difficult if you know where I'm coming. Like a robot is like I don't know a micro. Actually,
I feel like it's
I don't
anything
know. What is a robot? Like Tesla?
Yeah. Programmed to like kind of act as a human, but it's just programmed to just do that. Like you know.
Let me give you the definition that I've been told by someone. A robot is basically a machine that replaces human efforts. Literally, that's it. It's not that deep.
That's a 6 marker, man. That's beautiful.
Literally, anything that you feel like, oh, that's effort, a robot can do it for you. Literally.
But don't you think if we become so trusty in these robots in the future, that a lot of people probably end up losing their jobs and income?
Yeah, technological constraints. Yeah, there is an issue that people will lose their jobs, and the only people that will survive is people that will be servicing these robots. And yeah, it's gonna be an issue. There's no another way about it. It's something that's actually gonna happen soon. Mm-hmm. And for you to still be in these jobs, yeah, you're gonna have to be either highly qualified or have some sort of experience. Mm-hmm. It's actually mad.
Oh my god! I just thought about something. think about it, right? Let's say maybe not 10 years, maybe like 100 years down the line, like everyone loses a job and they work for the robots. Robots become like the humans, and then the humans become the robots. Like we're working for them.
Mm.
That's everyone's fear. That's everyone's fear.
That's great.
That's always everyone's conspiracy of robots.
I think that will ever happen.
Robots are so like there's so much good to it as well, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of good and bad.
Like if I like, for example, if I could automate something in my business, I would rather have a robot because they don't get tired, they don't have breaks, they don't get diseases, they don't do anything. They can just work 24/7. But a human, they're useless. Honestly, sometimes they're just useless.
So you're calling yourself useless?
No, yeah, I am. Like sometimes I'm not working 24/7 max peak productivity, whereas with a robot, you can just set it to do pop, 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 pop. So I definitely think robots are way better than humans.
Yeah, the advantages to robot is just sense of productivity.
Well, come on,
hold on, I need to change.
It's the annoying frog.
No, let me explain.
Bing, 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 bing.
Well, let him talk.
In terms of productivity, we have to admit robots 100% much better. They work 24/7. They don't need much maintenance like a human does. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, if you're looking at how far we can go with robots, because we have seen movies, Terminator, all of that, show us that if AI could get self-aware, things might go hectic, because once it becomes the thing is, right, it has been done before. Someone created an AI so powerful, because you design an AI to do the best, not for you personally, but for the world entirely. It deducted that the elimination of humans would save the world. And that's why it was destroyed. It was actually done before. It's weird. Because the reason why these theories about all these movies came out is because it was done before and it was destroyed for some reason.
Have you seen a robot that actually can communicate with humans?
Sophia, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw a video of
that was
I think Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel.
I think it's Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, one of them. One of the Jimmys. I'm not sure which Jimmy it was, but
actually, no, it's Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, remember.
Yeah, and
wait, did you just hear? Speaking about robots, did you hear how Elon Musk put the chip in the pig or something?
In the pig, yeah.
I didn't read about it, but like something about like in the brain of the pig.
Oh, do you know? Yeah. I was meant to watch that.
Because he's trying
that guy's cancelled. And
if
you're watching this year, you're cancelled.
No, because he's trying to make.
Can I have a joke?
Again, it's trying to make productivity easier for us by eliminating the process of having our hands on machines, but just having brain to machine communication. So if you want a machine to move,
that just makes life useless, though. That just makes life useless. Apologies to Hamza.
It doesn't make life useless.
Obviously, different religion, but like God put us down here to do work for ourselves. So to then bring robots and all of that, it's just going against his word. And I think by the time that day comes, the world's gonna end.
I also feel like with robots, the thing about robots is if you get 4 people together versus 4 robots, the robots can only do what you tell them. But humans, they can come up with new ideas, they can collaborate, they can see
the thing is,
the different ups and downs. Whereas with a robot, it's just like repeat.
Repeat. But you can
like you can't ask program, a robot give me new ideas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can actually do that because you program it to do simulations of ideas and give you the best option out of those simulations.
But where did those simulations come from?
You would have programmed it to meet certain conditions, like you can say, I want to grow a plant.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you program it, you're the one coming with the
idea.
That's your idea then, isn't it?
No, listen. You give it conditions, it comes up with the ideas. That makes sense?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're creating the scenarios. Where with a human, like we can create our own. With a robot, you're like placing it, and they have to choose it.
Yeah, obviously, like for you to come up with an idea, you have to meet certain conditions anyway. You have to ask yourself certain questions. What do I need from this idea? How can I make this idea a reality? Those type of questions, you ask them yourself.
But no robot can do that. Because if they could, then we'd be over by now.
That's the thing.
We'll be dead right now.
I'm not saying that it's possible, because we are headed to an age where you can input a limited amount of data into a computer and it will tell you what you need to know. Think about Google. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer. Simple as that.
God damn it.
He knows his shit. He knows his shit, man.
Oh,
this guy's coming with the heat.
Oh, man. This guy's you.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to argue to Tender's point, you know, when he said, like, God... Wait, no. No, listen. When he said, like, God made us come down. When he said God did, made us come down to do work for ourselves, yeah? Can't you argue that us building robots is actually work for ourselves, but we're just making our work easier?
I wouldn't put a religion in this. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm just validating onto Tender's point.
Religion
I think this point we have to come to a personal belief. I don't know.
Wait, are we robots?
I'm dipping you.
What if God is created? What if we're robots and we're trying to create robots?
No, but then it
does that make us
God? What if God is a programmer and he's using
what? So you're saying this is me speaking completely off being a Christian. So you're saying God had enough of doing all the work that he went into a lab and made robots, and we're the robots that are now doing the work for him, and he's just sitting.
And we're trying to create our robots. So
he used Java. God was using Java on his Android. Imagine if we're robots. Me, I'm like, me, I'm 2 gigahertz too. What about you?
I'm into
Jumanji stuff, man.
You know what? Now that you mention it, processing power depends on intelligence as well. Because you can look at, for example, neurons. They're electric impulses, isn't it? Those are like your circuits. Those are like your circuits that you're working.
Come on!
It's true.
Your heart is your power.
Bro, you in Harvard or something?
No, but it makes sense.
MIT.
All right.
It makes sense.
God damn it. I see why you a nice room there.
So the conclusion is that, yes, they do increase the quality of life.
They do increase the quality of life to a certain degree.
It might increase life quality to someone, where someone else is like, no, I don't believe in robots. They're so cultured and so laid back here. They believe that robots are actually evil. You know them ones?
Yeah, there's always them one. There's always someone who won't agree with your views on certain things. There's always that person. There's 7 billion people, man. Come on. Okay. There's always someone's going to disagree with you.
I'm not going to mute this
7
question
billion
for now.
people. I can't even get a text back from.
Okay, second question.
Yes.
Values or wealth, which one is necessary to survive?
Values or wealth?
Yeah.
That's the same thing, G.
Which one is not? No, it's not the same.
What do you mean?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Values.
Wait, what's the question?
Values or wealth?
Which one is necessary to survive?
Values or wealth?
Yes.
Values could be like rules you need to survive type thing. It could be like that. It could be things.
Values are personal. It's something.
Yeah,
it's
it could
mindset.
be personal.
Craig, give me an
mindsets
example of your values.
Give me an example as well, because I'm confused.
For example, it's like anything that you live with, that you live with, no one else.
Your belief. Like, look at this. Speaking of values, hold on. Let me see if I can flip this.
Don't advertise OMB.
Those are like my 10 daily virtues. I don't know how well you can read it, but like I know what you mean, Craig. Like your values, like what you live by, like your.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The rules you live by.
Values. What's wealth? So wealth is not going to get you in life.
So which one is necessary? Which one is necessary?
But value.
Your values could lead to wealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your values could lead to wealth.
I got to object. Wouldn't you say wealth is a compilation of love, happiness, money, them categories? So if wealth is like love, money, happiness, joy, whatever, wouldn't you say that you could live with that? You could live by loving, having a love.
No, but that's your values on wealth.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Oh, keep going.
You see what I mean? So you're getting to a point where they're mixing up together.
Yeah. I was gonna agree either overall. I was gonna agree, but I was just trying to see it in a different light, like.
Because let's say you were just born, right? You were born with 100 million, and then you were born with values. What do you think will really get you, like, up the ladder? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing is, if you don't have the value of knowing how much money is worth, you will not know how anything is worth.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Values.
Like you could buy a Lambo. To you, it's like, oh, it's cheap, it's nothing. But you don't actually know how much is the difference. Like you would know you paid 3 million for that.
Another question. Education is becoming costly with every passing day, while the quality is not improving. Is that true?
How do you mean expensive?
I can argue both ends. Yeah, essentially, he wants to discuss about uni.
In some places.
In some places.
That is fake news.
Because you could say with private school, it's always improving. But public school, I wouldn't say it's improving. Some public schools don't even care about their students. You get me? So it depends. It depends what school, what place, and yeah. Because if you look at China are smart as hell. Some of their kids, are smarter than us.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
How about university?
University.
Uni,
I'm not gonna lie to you. The teaching's the same every year. I'm telling you right now.
No, but the thing is, what I'm gonna say is,
I would say for uni, the teaching's the same every year.
That's because of the course you're doing, but it depends on which course you're doing.
Not even like the whole system, everything.
No, because look at it, I always give let's say the one I'm studying, accounting and finance. It's a very volatile course in terms of it's always fluctuating all the time. Rules are always changing.
My words, man.
Let me finish.
No, like it's always changing all the time. So obviously you can't say the same PowerPoint will be used for the next 5 years, because in the next 5 years we will just change the rules. So we're gonna need to learn new rules. For example, this whole COVID is gonna come up as a case study because why? Rules changed because of how COVID works. EU. So things like Brexit, you know what I'm saying? They're influencing my subject because now I need to learn about rules within the new deal of the EU due to changes.
Hamza, how are you doing that?
But then if you're doing something like something that's been the same and will always be the same, then it's different. It becomes more expensive over time.
It's been true for over 100 years. Really simple. Listen, I've said it over multiple times. It's the thing that comes down to, the thing that really boils down to this juxtaposition of this infamiliarity volatility is the fact that there is no argument. There is just one conclusion. The conclusion is that education hasn't changed.
Bodies.
Education. Take me back 50 years in business management, medicine,
Uganda.
anything like that. It will be the same. Same structure, same tests, same modules, courses, writing, pen, paper. That stayed the same. Technology, automobile, banking, relationships, social media, that's progressed every single year at bullet speed. But education for over 50, 100 years, still the same. Ask your teachers how they learned. They were like, yes, we were in the same school. This was the book we learned it from. Here's the book. You have to learn from it. Like, that's the generic response I have for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, all I'm saying is, like, it just, like, there needs to be a big change for it to really move forward in terms of cost. Because tell me this, right? 9.259. Wait, sorry about that.
9,250.
Where my battery's low. 9,250 pounds, right? Every single year. 10K for you to learn basic things. For 10K, I better be learning.
But someone could argue and say it depends what course you're doing.
Yes, it highly depends on what course you're doing.
What course is worth 10k? Well, not 10.
Bro,
It's like
if you
what,
want to
30,
learn how
40k.
to
Medicine,
okay, no, not even medicine. If you want to learn how to fix a plane,
aerospace,
how do you do it
engineering.
without 10k? Tell me.
No, I'm saying the cost isn't justified. Why is it 10k?
Perfectly justified.
Do you know where this man is going to?
Do you know what the sample plane, like the structure of a plane, how you're gonna learn it without actually working with the plane, unless they actually buy a plane for you to work with, temper with, mess up. That's expensive.
So are you saying universities buy planes?
No,
They buy bare engines for you to work with.
This man, this man is not going to whatever you're thinking of. He's going to the chancellor.
Yeah, the chancellor.
I need you, to go on Google, type in university, and type in your chancellor's salary.
They get millions. Bro, you pay for accommodation, don't you?
What the?
No, I'm serious. Chancellors get like something like 300,000 a year.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Because imagine you're running a university. You literally, I can argue the fact where Hamza was like, things like banking, social media, all of that advanced so rapidly. But my question is, in order for those to advance, wasn't education involved? Didn't someone have to get taught how to do something for them to get to a point whereby they can improve something?
What?
Didn't obviously you can argue the fact that things like Mark Zuckerberg or what's his name, Jeff Bezos didn't finish, or Steve Jobs didn't have to go to.
Who said my name?
didn't have to go to uni and all that for them to make these big brands. But at the same time, didn't they have to learn from someone how to make a computer in the first place?
That was not the point. That's not the question of the point.
I'm not done. I'm not done yet. Didn't those people have to pay a certain amount of money to their high schools, primary schools, whatsoever, aka education, for them to get that knowledge of, you know what I'm saying, of building their structures or brands or businesses? Someone had to teach them something.
You've answered the question. I mean, your answer is good. But I think you've kind of stepped away from the topic.
Education is becoming more costly every single day.
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about how it's progressing from this point on.
So you said education is being more costly, but the quality is not improving as of now. Yes?
Yeah.
I want to object afterwards. Go on.
Yeah, but how long though? Like it's been like that for years, like years and years and years.
Bro, change doesn't come after. It doesn't come in a snap. It takes time.
Bro, it's been like 50, 100, 150, 200 years.
Bro, do you not think black oppression has been happening for 500 years? It's change that doesn't come. So yes, it takes long for change to come.
Nah, that's different. Why are you bringing that? I'm saying like the education is something everyone does. It stayed the same.
Because I feel like from now on, like since up until 2010, since also like internet, it seems like social media and all this kind of stuff are taken serious in it. I don't even know when that was, but I'll probably say since then. And moving forward, I don't think schools have been able to keep up.
No, they haven't.
At all.
They have not.
I feel like the things, everything that you're going to uni paying 30,000 for, you can literally take about some time off, maybe a year, and study that. Paying less money for probably more high quality. I don't know.
I feel like Craig, you're very right, and I see DeAndre's point as well. But like, if you like bring them two together, yes, you can learn everything. Like if I told someone random who just got out of high school, sixth form, like, yeah, you don't need to go to university, go study. I doubt they'll be disciplined enough to wake up at 9 a.m., do the lectures at home, blah blah blah. But the good thing about universities and schools in general is that they put discipline and routine in us. But then otherwise, I just don't see 30K.
Yeah,
as
that's
tag for it.
No, in my course.
Not in that course. I understand the cost, and I'm not defending unis as well.
Let me ask you this: if you could pay for university per year, what would you guys pay?
1,000.
No.
No, I'm joking. I'll pay whatever they want.
What should DeAndre say? 20K.
No, not 20K. Come on, man. That's more than I'm paying right now. So why would I do
The
that?
guy's stingy, fam. The guy was saying at 9,000. He would check.
I'm not gonna lie. The government should just pay the teachers, yeah, because they got enough money, and we should just pay for our accommodation and food. That's it, and other supplies. So, like, say you're doing, say you're doing sport therapy. Say you're doing sport therapy, you'll have to pay for like your equipment and stuff like that. That's reasonable. You get me? Because you can't be. There's some people that are doing a course and then they have to pay the tuition fee, and then they have to pay for the other equipment. You get me?
But then
some of it is not even covered. They got to pay for an extra course for the course they're doing. You get me?
The whole system, right? When from young, so nursery is free in it, and you study the classes wherever you study. I've forgotten, but then you go to primary school and you have to study maths, English, science, and then other subjects, and this is free as well. But then you got high school.
You have to pay.
Okay, my bad. But
reception year 1, year 2, year 3.
High school is free, where you don't have to pay for anything. Well, except food, chips, and all of that. So then you get GCSEs, and this is the time you get to choose subjects you actually want to study. But still, you have to do maths and English, isn't it? But then
science.
Yeah, and then you get A levels. You get A levels, / college, where it's for free again, but you're studying 3-4 subjects that you actually want to go into later on, and then you go to university, where you study one subject, but you have to pay for it. This system of you move closer to doing what you actually want to do in life. They're making you pay because later on, what you want to be able to do in life is not going to come easily. You're going to have to make a huge either sacrifice or a huge step to say, well, I'm actually going to pay £9,000 for this. Or I'm actually going to take that leap of faith and do whatever I want to do in life. That's why I think they make you pay the £9,000. But on top of that, paying £9,000 is an adult move. You don't just pay £9,000 and say, oh yeah, let me go and study some more. You don't, even if you're, well, I can't actually say, because with the cultures we're in, we're kind of like encouraged and almost forced to go to university because it's seen as the best, this, that. But either way, you don't just, for yourselves, if you really wanted to, all of us could drop out. But we don't pay it because we're not going to uni, and we're not just going to uni. Fuck! I forgot what I was gonna say, blood. Anyway,
why are you cussing, bruv?
I'm going from what Jerry was saying, and he was saying about like everything is free, education is free until now, until you get to university. I wanted to say the university is not actually created to, or can we call it further education, or A levels further education?
No, it's not.
Whatever. Uni is further education.
It's higher education.
Uni is fraud.
Education. Yeah. No, basically no. Like Mike, you could be joking about, but it is fraud. Like at the end of the
fraud.
Day,
I know
it is fraud.
It's a legal fraud, and there's nothing we can say about it because the government is the one in control. And if you really think about it, when you go to university, we are so we've been conditioned to believe that the university is the best way out. And like after uni, you get a job, you get this and that, you get that. But if you actually realize the percentage of people that still can't find jobs after uni is much higher than the people that actually do get jobs. And if you think about that, it's like, okay, cool. These niggas are all paying 9,000 a month, 9,000 a year, sorry, yeah, to not get a job, to still suffer at McDonald's afterwards. Am I a dickhead?
That's true. Yeah. That's such a true thing, though.
It's a very true statement.
Man, let me finish the point. But so my point is that uni is actually created to put more people in poverty. I feel like there is a very, very high percentage of people that end up in a lower position than they were before they actually went to university. Like most of you right now are probably in a much higher position than you would be if you by the time you come out of university is what I'm trying to say. So it's like the people that do make it are the people that were doing extracurricular stuff during university. You know, you don't make it just by doing whatever you're studying and then coming out and thinking, I'm that, let's exclude medical expertise, whatever, because that's the only reason people go to university. That is actually like beneficial. But anything apart from medical, anything to do with nursing, whatever, it's a very difficult situation for you to come out proper unless you are doing extracurricular stuff during your university life. So it's all fraud. You all gonna come out poor because of unless
I
you know
understand
how
your
to
point.
handle your money.
Your point is valid. I don't want to defend uni. I'm not going to lie to you. Obviously, I want to expand on your point. Unis are teaching.
Unis what?
Facility. Unis is a teaching facility, right?
Let me hold on. Sorry. Before you say that, yeah, can I say something? Me, yeah, filming, yeah. The things that they teach us, I can just search it on YouTube. Do you know how mad that is?
By yourself. Yeah.
Whoa. We understand what you mean.
It's so annoying, bro. Like they teach you how to edit a picture or a video, whereas I could have just gone on YouTube.
Fam, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, there's different types of people. There's people who learn by hearing someone on a video do it or watching someone live do it. So
that's exactly, but that's where it comes in. Like university treats everyone the same, thinking that everyone learns the same from a 20-year-old textbook and then execute by just spitting out on a piece of paper in 2 hours, and that's their grade, that's intelligence. Whereas in fact, most people nowadays, especially being so visual, most people learn by doing the real thing, doing experiments, doing the real thing, not
because
from writing. You know, it's not. I'm not Shakespeare no more.
Uni doesn't do that in terms of uni is more practical. It's not A levels where you had to remember shit. Because even in A levels, uni is practical. It depends. Like I said, it highly depends on the course you're doing.
People commit suicide when they go to university.
It depends, of course.
They're going for the nightlife. They're going for the entertainment or the fun part of life they could enjoy there. They're not actually going for that nursing, whatever, or they're not going for
example,
that's Tanaka's so right. Like the only reason I'm going majority, like the only reason I'm going make new friends, experience uni. I'm not going to learn. Like I'm not gonna brag, but I learned more from buying other people's courses, YouTube, reading books like that over the bed behind me. I learned more from that, and in my opinion, put me against a 3-year-old marketing student right now. And I definitely think I'm like more smarter because I've done the real thing, whereas they learn from textbooks. So I really do not think that you need knowledge in terms of a tutor or a lecturer to do it, when now it is in 2020 for free. There's so many options for you to expand your knowledge. So I agree completely with Tanaka, and I partially agree with DeAndre that like university provides a framework and discipline, but it's really not worth the occasion.
Quickly after what you just said, yeah, like I'm sure everyone already knows, but with me, it's a case of, I know there's a couple of people that ask me, let's say, Answer, what you doing in university? I'm like, I'm doing psychology, this, that. They'll be like, so what you can do with that? Bro, I don't know, man. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. I'm not doing it because I want to get a job out of it or this and that. If I get a job out of it, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not relying on psychology I'm already relying on myself now. So it's not a case of, psychology is going to take me anywhere. Whether it does or not, I don't care. As long as I come out with a degree, I'll be a happy guy because that's all I want to study. I enjoy it. So I think it's also important to know that, okay, do I actually enjoy what I'm doing, right? I feel like you're playing yourself and you're putting yourself into debt for something you don't actually want to do. So imagine you're going to uni to do maths, but yet you hate maths. Does that make any sense? You're paying 9K a year to do maths, a subject you hate, and then come out and not even want to do anything with it. I think you just, when you then come off to like, is university worth it or is it whatever, you have to kind of factor in a lot of situations. Okay, what is the reason I'm actually going to university? Do I want to study this? Do I actually enjoy it? Or am I just going, like what Hamza's talking about, am I just going to entertain or to find friends or whatever, to interact, to find new business, whatever? you have to figure out all these factors and then think about, okay, is this worth 9,000 a year? And then if to you, it doesn't matter what other people think. If to you, if you're happy with that, like, okay, cool, I don't mind spending 9,000 for this experience, then you do it. But don't be doing it because Dad said that I need to go. I don't know about
That's the biggest thing.
That's
the biggest thing.
Yeah, I understand your point, because I was gonna mention, I think that's what Jerry was trying to say in terms of uni, you paying that big 9K since everything was provided you freely over the course of your life. You know, now that you're being focused on one subject, it's a matter of you making that big decision of, right, am I willing to spend, 9K to make this sacrifice, this 30K debt that I'm going to be in for me to study this thing for 3 days. I think that's the point Jerry wanted to make, in terms of like, it's that you're at that point where you've experienced everything. You're at primary school, you were doing a lot of subjects. GCSEs, you were doing everything. Sciences, geography, all of that, business. You conditioned yourself to a smaller circle in A level by picking 3. So now you have more of a selection. I guess if you were thinking, I'm doing maths, biology, chemistry, you're thinking, okay, I want to go to the medical side. You know what I mean? Like those 3 options narrow down your choices. And then university comes through. Everything beforehand has been provided you freely. You've been working, whatever, to get the grades in. And then university is like, okay, you want to focus on one thing for the rest of your life or for the next 3 years. But it's not gonna, the reason why it wouldn't come freely is because, you have so many options to pick from. And we're going to make this option expensive for you because it's a very important option. So that's what Jerry was trying to make.
Yeah,
point was trying
exactly.
to make. So my point is that, uni, again, depends on the course. If you're doing a course you love, you're absolutely willing to sacrifice 30K for it.
No, I feel like if you love it, then you shouldn't need that framework of a university. If you're truly like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, they were passionate about what they did. They were so proactive in terms of their just their productivity. And also you have to, obviously money is not the end all, it's not the most important for many people. I think it's amongst I think it's really important, okay, but like, are you really gonna do a degree like film study, or are you really gonna do a degree like
no.
Wait, no. Hold on.
Bro, let's go.
Hold on.
Nigga, I'm from Compton. What's popping? Let's go.
No, but I'm saying like there's some degrees which don't make sense.
Let's go outside right now. Playing center. Let's go.
Relax. I didn't mean to say film studies.
Nothing to lose right now. Let's go, G.
Wait.
I'm down for that still.
Hamza, let me ask you a question.
Whoa. Man, son, I come from man in here. I'm provoked in here. Man, sending shots, bruv. Why you sending shots, my G? What's going on?
Hey, it came out accidentally. It's okay, man. I'm sorry. It's a really academic subject.
Hamza.
Say nice.
It's the same as maths.
I remember that too. I remember that.
There's 2 courses you need to go to uni for: medicine and law. That's it. Those are the only, right now in 2020. Those 2 are the only.
I'm gonna say this.
You need a degree to move forward.
I'm gonna say this.
Maybe engineering as well.
Yeah, engineering. The conclusion is university is overpaid and it's not necessary in 2020.
Yeah.
That's the conclusion. There is no sort of like you need it. Like there is that's not the answer.
You don't need
Thank you guys.
Someone said past the time.
Thank you.
Uni is a certification of you are capable of learning.
Thank you. God damn it. Thank you, nigga. Shit.
Why?
Hey, well, the question is reality television harming society?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Repeat
fuck your question.
Craig, wasn't that in our film studies exam?
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I think Love Island or something. They were like, "There's Love Island put a bad impression on."
No, for me, I found this question on the internet.
Nigga. What the fuck?
It's definitely from the internet, fam. The question is reality television harming society?
Low-key, yes.
The youth, maybe, yes.
Nigga, what society? Nigga,
I would say the future is kind of messed up at the moment, because now if you look at reality TV, people aspire to be that person and it's
Okay.
a yeah,
Fam, these
exactly. You know
questions
what I
are
I'll
mean?
just say
rigged, fam.
social media in general. Media in
These
general.
questions are rigged.
TV, media, everything.
Yeah,
It's giving people the aspect that, oh, that's actually someone's life. I want that as well.
yeah.
Little
And
do they
obviously,
know, most of it is acting.
and if
Most of
people
it is
can't
just
get
for
that,
them to get money.
and
Oh,
if
these
people
two
can't
niggas are
get that,
talking over each other. What's wrong with them?
Let the film studies guys speak.
This guy is rude, fam. What's wrong with
why are you mocking him, fam?
this guy? Is
I
rude,
swear.
Nah,
This
he's
guy
the
is
expert here.
rude.
He's doing the degree. I want to hear his
This
professional
guy
views.
is rude.
Fam, I done told you, innit? Say nine.
I want to hear him, man.
Hamza,
I'm
your
serious.
level of rudeness is different, man.
I'm not being rude. I want to
Honestly.
hear his professional views. Okay.
Nah, but the way you approached it is rude.
Say no more,
You sound like you're
because
mocking
they're doing
the
it
subject.
for the camera, innit?
It's
Because you know
okay,
it's
guys.
been recording, innit? Say nine.
It's okay, guys. It's
Brother.
okay, guys.
No violence.
Bro,
Guys, put your feelings in your pockets and shut up, man. It's okay.
Bro, I'm literally respecting you because the other guys around you still.
Guys, put your feelings in your pocket.
Because my man wanna come for me, innit? Man, I'm provoked, innit? Just trying to jump for man. Say nine.
Mac, you're not in London, you're in Norwich, bro. Relax.
Say no more. You as well, yeah?
Yeah, he will come to your room.
You think you're funny?
No, I'm just telling you, bro.
No. You think you're funny, though?
Yeah. Nah. This jokes. This ain't jokes, man. I'm just telling you,
Oh,
bro.
what's going on with this? What's going on
You're in a
today, fam?
different location.
Okay. Bring it together.
Dr. Dre is getting shit.
Order.
You asked, is reality television ruining society? Tatenda said social media.
No, I said media in general. Social media, reality TV, all of it.
Is ruining, and I agree. It portrays a facade of what life is actually like, all of it. Because as we all know, you only see the good bits. Nobody sees work. Nobody sees behind the scenes. Well, you see behind the scenes, but not the real behind the scenes. Nobody ever sees that because you don't have a camera.
Let me ask you a question.
Go
right?
for it.
Cool.
When has reality TV ever been real about anything?
True.
Never. So I don't know why it's even called reality TV these days.
No, because it's essentially called reality TV because
it's a marketing standpoint. It's a marketing standpoint because if you think about it, if everything we're seeing online, okay, cool, and reality TV, reality whatever they're doing on their show, it's gonna make me think, oh wow, I should have that. Oh crap. Oh, she's got an iPhone X. Oh, let me get that. Oh, bro, look at her shoes. Oh, look at
exactly.
Look at his hair. It's because it's reality. We almost like kind of it's easier to compare ourselves to it because it's
like
supposed to be
influence.
reality. Yeah, but then if you see a movie, there's no way I'm gonna be thinking, right, I want to get an Iron Man suit. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we know it's just a movie. But then once you label it reality, it's a different story.
They only show the products that sponsor them, so they don't show you just random anything. You know, they only show whoever sponsored them.
Wait, are we all talking about keeping up with the Kardashians? Because I love that show.
That's what I'm thinking about.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Anything.
Have you guys ever seen it?
Yeah,
I watch it all the time.
Bits of it.
Yeah, on Hey You.
But what's the advantage of reality TV?
Money, man. What type of question is that?
You get to see Kim Kardashian's back.
You can sit on Pornhub, mate. It's okay.
No, I'll just say it's entertaining. Reality TV is entertaining.
For example, Love Island. Like Love Island, it's one of like the Britain's biggest TV show. Like,
I agree with the tender.
There must be something good.
As much as it's fake, it's entertaining.
Exactly.
And the thing is, we know it's fake as well, but it's still entertaining.
No, some people
force
themselves to believe it.
You guys have got
some
to
people believe it's true.
You guys have got to understand.
I used to think it was true.
That most people see themselves in these shows. that's why they become. It's like watching a movie. When you go watch a superhero movie, or you watch like a movie that you probably spend like an hour or 3 watching it.
Why would that bang my head?
It's because you somehow see yourself in the characters.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. Because there's a study,
That's
like
true,
your
that's true.
favorite movie is something that you see yourself being in.
Exactly.
So I think
That's the
makes
same
sense
as
why people cried when Iron Man died.
That's why I loved Iron Man so much, because I just thought I could be with.
Exactly.
No, because like
Nigga, you used to beat
I
him
saw
when you're
this.
sleeping.
that's
So I would say that some part is good, then some part is bad, because you can
Yeah.
if you are watching like movies and stuff, and then you find a character in a movie that you really like, then whatever the character is, if it's a good or bad thing, and you try to imitate that and see yourself and say, "Oh, that goes with me," then that's gonna mess you over. If he was a bad character, that means if you try to imitate whatever he did in the movie into your own life, then that's gonna affect you in mostly on the negative side of things. But then if you,
I
I
remember one time I tried to spike my hair to look like Goku.
yeah, you
No, that's so true. There's so many
I'm not gonna
examples.
lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to do the same thing. I used to like. Do you know how Goki has that little thing in the front of his head? The little thing going down.
Yo, that's
Yeah. As a youth fam, bro. Even Power Rangers. I'm pretty sure a lot of you, Spider-Man, everyone.
Oh, Spider-Man. Who hasn't tried to become
Who
Spider-Man?
hasn't tried to be Spider-Man? Like, come on.
I used to have Ben 10's watch.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Me
I was
too.
like,
I
it
had
isn't working.
Me too.
I had it. I'm not gonna
B2
lie.
movement.
Wait, who? Okay, this is a random question, but who was your favorite Benson character?
You know I can't remember the names, but you know the fire
Number
one.
10.
The one with
fire.
the red one with the 4 eyes. The red one with the
in the
eyes.
forearms.
In
Forearms.
He's hard.
No, I like the shrinking one, the guy that could shrink.
Nah, what's the
Yeah.
number 1?
Nah,
the
the
orange
speed,
one.
the fast guy, the zoomer.
blue,
The
blue
fast one's hard. Yeah, the
Nah,
fast
there's
one's hard.
the little one, the little frog. Like that was genius as fuck. That would come up with a plan on anything.
Crazy
It
frog.
looks like you.
I knew you were gonna go there. I knew exactly you was gonna go there. That's why I mentioned it. I knew exactly it's gonna be like. It looks like.
That's because DeAndre saw himself as that character.
No, I didn't see myself as that character. I just liked the character. No, I just liked the character, innit?
oh my god,
Was
I'm
it
dead.
That was rude.
That's mom, it's me.
Craig, what's that thing where you're attracted to intelligence?
Einstein.
No, it's like when you're attracted to intelligence, like you're just attracted to smart people. What's it called?
Law of attraction.
No, it has a name.
DeAndre, how is this related to reality TV?
No. It's related to the character.
I used to think I was Bruce Lee. It didn't work out.
Yeah, this guy from his Instagram.
Oh yeah, your old account, innit?
Oh, fine, that was funny.
I wanted to add.
This guy,
he
was small.
On top of all of this, right? Yeah. This just shows the power that these big companies have upon our psychology as consumers.
It's rare, bro. They understand this more than anyone.
They've developed and studied the brain so much that as we just said ourselves, it changed how we think, what we want to do, who we want to be like. And that's probably translated into our life right now, and will translate into our life later on. Because we see.
No wonder why I'm banging psychology.
What did you say?
See? No wonder why I'm banging psychology. And soon I'll be able to read all your minds, you stupid bitches.
It's very interesting though, because look at us, we're all getting excited over things we watched when we were kids, and now it's coming back like. Are we that person now? Do we act that? It's just
But
beautiful.
whoa, wait, wouldn't you say we right now are acting like someone? Like
you were
we, like
influenced
whoever
by
we act like, we dress
You're
like, we speak
you're
like.
acting like the person you want to be in the future, the person that you tend to become. That's the person you're acting right now. Because you want to imitate that so that it becomes you.
Essentially,
you grow.
you're not actually you.
Mm-hmm.
You are actually you're a mixture of other people.
But no, that's true. Like who we're trying to become like is who we want to be.
We're a mixture of people, man. From kids to a mixture of our friends back then to our parents.
Yeah.
There's a guy, his name is Dan Pena. He says you are a sum of the 5 closest people you hang around with or watch.
Yes. I'm the closest person I know.
That's why evolution exists, bro.
What's wrong with it?
Because humans we discovered that we can't live on our own. We can't live in what's it called?
That's why evolution exists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why we got to a point where schools exist as well.
Yeah, to teach, well,
to help you cope with the world, not teach mostly. It's a way to help you cope in terms of learning, in terms of learning how to interact with other people. Learn how to be a human, learn how to not to be bored. Because if you have something that you can, caught up on and just like, yo, there's people there that I can talk to. You have no fear. You have no fear of,
You could even like go further and talk about how someone mentioned about I think it was Hamza talking about Dan Pena. Talks about the 5 closest people to you. It's basically your character. It's kind of interesting because when you think about those people that don't have many friends, but then they are so smart, and usually it's like, let's say, okay, I'm gonna bring IT to this. Usually, the smartest of people, especially in IT, are the ones that are like introverts. They don't hang out with no one. They just hang out on their own. It's just them and their computer, and they're spending time with that computer. So it's like, yes, in communicating with the computer, they are A1. But when it comes to communicating with a human being, it's like, each.
Have you ever wondered, right? In every villain movie, or most villains, essentially, are depicted as, well, I got it from a song anyway. Craig, you know this. No. I killed it. Craig would know. Most villains are depicted as people who enjoy solitude. Like people who've been on their own, who've been in dark places on their own their entire lives, that would deduct to do, well, evil deeds as such in many villains. For example, what? Killmonger is a good example. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman for that. Killmonger was depicted as a character whose father died. He was on his own.
Rest in peace, Chadwick, man.
Yeah, I said that. Like, it was depicted as a character who was on his own his entire life with no one to teach him how to, interact with people, except the only thing that drove him was, well, emotion of hate. So, most villains, I guess it's been drilled into us, like, you can't be alone because you will turn into this evil being as such. So we're taught how to again interact with.
Because you gotta understand this, right? We're humans, and as people, as humans, we're not like animals can stay by themselves, right? But they don't really need that kind of caring. That usually happens because as humans, we want to feel important. We want to feel like we're part of something. And if you're being isolated, if you become so isolated from that thing that everyone else is getting, but you're not getting it, it leads you to believe the same way. Like, if I do this, will people now look at me as this person? Would they now grab me and say, okay, you belong to us now, you're part of the, the whole community? But yeah, man. So don't be.
I feel like more people need to spend time with themselves, like alone
Yeah, they
time.
do.
100%. Because I feel like in this modern world, we're so just connected to internet. I feel like
right now,
TV shows, music, like no one has like meditation time. That's why I love and preach it so much, because you get in sync with your thoughts, and you really learn who you are as a character, and like deep down your virtues, your values.
Right now, most of the people, their minds are like then in USA, and then in London. Both at the same time, fam. Their feelings as well, their emotions are like, yo, I'm in Africa right now. It's kind of fucked up.
That guy am better than everyone else. That type of thought process. And I mean, it's kind of sad in terms of like people actually like are in that mind frame of, you know, I am the shit. Sorry for swearing, but I am better than anyone. All of that, and you try to prove it by spreading on social media. But what you don't realize,
I'm the best.
Yeah, I mean, you're the best at something. We don't know what it is.
But would you say I wouldn't see that as like a bad thing, because like, or maybe because I am sometimes the guy like who I sometimes get cocky and stuff, but like I don't think it's a bad thing, because if you really like dedicate yourself to psychology, art, film, music, and you get really good at your craft, I don't think there's anything wrong with you being like,
I feel like
I know it. Like,
no, I'm not saying that's not bad. That's not bad. Showing the world that you know something. That's not bad. But it gets to a point where people are getting to an extent of, you know, I'm going into debt for the sake of me showing people that I'm rich.
Oh, them ones.
Do you know what? I think it doesn't matter if you're cocky, as long as you balance it out with, you know, being, you know, helpful. Like, you can't just be cocky. You can't be cocky to your friends. Even if you have results, you can't just be that guy that all he does is brag. You know, you have to be like, sometimes you just have to relax and not just think all about, you know, not be so tense and just try and show off all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes people appreciate someone that's just gonna that's just not even gonna talk about something. You know what I mean? Just chill.
You could slave. I would say personally about this whole cockiness. So like what Dark was talking about, balance. I think Floyd Mayweather is probably the best example, personally, I could think of someone who's a cocky bastard, but he knows how to work. Like his mouth and his actions and the way he works here, they work out together. And it's just, I think it's just a perfect character for him anyway. For other people, they don't like it. Some people think it's a Marmite thing. But for me personally, I just think maybe that's why he gets all the goddamn, that's why he's got so many baby moms. Just because his character just bangs like that. And he knows how to make it work. Some people
can't be cocky
about
like, you know, when there's people who get cocky for the sake of, you know, I just want to brag. I have nothing, but I just want to brag something. You know what I mean? Find satisfaction in bragging about something.
I feel like it's only
but that's not actually who they are. You know what I mean? So for example, there's people who like to flex when they actually don't have money, is what I'm saying.
I feel like it's only bad when you're making the other person feel smaller,
feel bad, feel
insecure, or feel like inferior, you know, for themselves.
Also,
but the thing is, it's never. You can never get one side of the story. Someone looking at Floyd Mayweather, a boxer who's an amateur, going up there looking at Floyd Mayweather stunning his Rolexes, could be like, "Oh my God, I'm actually broke, so I'm gonna need to go buy another Rolex to make sure I match what Floyd Mayweather's got."
You say a boxer?
No, like I'm saying, like an amateur boxer, someone trying to build themselves up, looks at Floyd Mayweather's Instagram.
They'll probably get motivation from that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's two ways.
No, because obviously
there's two ways you can get motivated.
No way.
Wait, let me hit Tanaka, because he's a smart one.
There's no way as a boxer, right? There's no way as a boxer. So like you're trying. I know what you're trying to say about and like someone who's just getting into boxing now trying to act as if they are on Floyd Mayweather's level.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because
people
at the same time,
no one does it. Who does that?
No, people don't do that. A boxer is gonna learn from the best. Floyd Mayweather is considered as one of the best. So you're gonna learn from the best. It as a boxer, it would only motivate you. There's no reason Floyd Mayweather would put a negative impact on you unless you just don't like how he fights. But as a boxer, you're looking at, okay, cool. He's obviously got there for a reason. So I want to learn how he got there. As a boxer, I'm thinking on a boxer's perspective. But then when you start bringing in all the other different people, so let's say if I'm a singer or if I'm an artist or this, that, and I'm looking at Floyd Mayweather now, I'm not looking at him for his boxing. I'm looking at him from his bragging side, because that's the part that he shows. And if he's not boxing, does that make sense? So that's the side I'll start comparing myself. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really want to. I don't really know if I want to associate with him because he's a bit braggy. This, that. But because
I feel like too many people speak bad on bragging, because I feel like everyone, no matter if you say I don't brag, someone unintentionally always does. Like, let's say you get into business, right? And hold on, let me finish. Like, for example, in business, right? I can be looking up to making someone who's making 1 million a month, and then I sign a deal for 10K, right? I'll be feeling amazing because I'll be like, 10K a month, like, damn, that's amazing. Whereas someone who's making £500 a month will look at me like, whoa, 10K a month? So I feel like this whole bragging thing is a natural paradigm everyone goes through, because the guy that made 10K a month will soon go to making 50, 100, 150, and so on and so on. So I feel like when you start winning, it's completely acceptable to like feel elevated, because that moves you higher up the ladder. So I feel like too many people look at bragging the wrong way. So that's what I would like.
Bragging is not wrong. Bragging is not wrong. But then
let Craig speak.
Craig speak.
Like what Hamza said is completely, like, it's right. There's nothing wrong with it. But like I said before, is the kind of way you're bragging.
Yeah, how you do it. How you do it's more important than doing it.
Are you bragging, punching the other guy in the face? Or are you bragging, saying, okay, this is what I can help you get where I am with what I have? You get me? That's more.
Okay. That's a helpful brag.
Yeah.
There's like a productive brag.
But the one that brings someone down, that's just fucked up.
There's one where it's like, you know, look at Craig just said it. I've got this. You can do it too. Keep going, keep working. You'll get there.
Okay. Right. Let me ask you guys something. Let's say you want to, I'm going to link it back again to business, because that's just like where I'm heading. Like, let's say your mentor is someone, he's like Dan Pena. I'm sure if you don't, he's a hard motherfucker. Like, he's cold, ruthless, blunt. And he will tell you to your face that he's better than you, and he knows much more than you, and that you're just a little shit.
Yeah.
For me, that's fine, because that's true. Like
he's telling you the truth.
He's telling the truth, because I feel like too many people are so sensitive. Like, if I say to someone below me, like, yo, you're not gonna get to my level yet. You're nothing. Okay, you're a little speck. Admit it. Because I feel like too many people be nice. Like let's say you're a big mentor, like Dan Pena. You're Dan Pena, and you have all these like bunch of schmucks come up to you trying to make more money. You know you're better than them, and if you tell them, that's okay, because that's a way of learning. That's a way of teaching. So I feel like if you like constantly just say that, oh, he told me he's better than me, I hate him, I hate his way of teaching, that's your opinion, that's your character, that you're so sensitive to him being so blunt to you that you react that way. So
the way you said it though, the way you said it,
something.
But this is the thing.
Hamza, if I went to you, right, or not to you, but since you're better than me, but if I went to someone,
see that I didn't say
no, if I went to someone who was like, oh, I'm better than you, you will never get to my level. That's different.
No, that's
what I mean?
Disgusting.
That's at that point. That is
that's
wrong.
a violation.
But it also.
But if I say I'm better than you, and if you want to get to my level, you're gonna need to put in more work. That's different.
I think but Hamza's not mentioning that, because Dan Pena, I've watched him before. That's the type of vibe he is. He would tell you to fuck off. He would tell you to piss off if you're not trying to put in the work. He would tell you, not putting work. Do you want to put in the work? Yeah, he's giving you options. He's like, okay, cool. This is how I got here. If you don't want to put in the work, then fuck off. I'm better than you. If you don't want to do it,
Tanaka, I feel like more and more people need to act that way, especially at the higher level.
That's like
I think it goes with their character, man. I don't think anyone can embed that kind of.
That's true.
Have that kind of, you know.
Yeah, no.
Dark wanted to say something. Dark, what are you trying to say, man?
I even forgot my thought. Also, like this guy, right? He's very credible. he knows his shit, right? Because if someone's cocky to me, right? If let's say if tomorrow I have a PT, right, personal trainer, and this guy is ripped, you know, he's like in the like greatest shape, like top 1% shape, you know. If this guy is cocky to me, saying like push that fucking tire because you know you're not gonna get that body, you're not gonna get the same body as me if you're not working the same as me. If this guy's doing that, that's motivation, right? But if tomorrow some guy who doesn't have the backup is saying this shit, although it's true that I need to work harder, you know, it's a bit different coming from it's also who it comes from. I feel like in a way.
Oh, for sure.
Hamza,
you would want to be pushed by someone who knows what they're talking about, you know.
Yeah, we were discussing this with Hamza actually, whereby in the business world, you know, people walk out with Rolexes, like Tom Ford suits, Bentleys, and all that. And the question Hamza asked me, I'm sorry, I'm going to steal your question, was would you listen to a person who's got a Primark suit, driving a Ford Focus, with a BTEC watch?
It's too much about money, man. It's too much about money.
No, as in like, I want to get to the point where it's like, you know, you would listen to a person.
Why Ford? Make it Nissan.
Oh yeah, he's got a Ford, man. Just say like Skoda.
Oh,
just
sorry. I actually didn't. Basically, okay, let's say a small car. How about that? Make it easy.
I've got a small car.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have a car, so I have no right to mock your car, man. Honestly.
Continue their point, bro. Let's get it done.
But my point was like, the question Hamza asked me was,
joking, man.
Would you rather listen to a person who presents themselves as more successful than you, or would you listen to a person who tries to be more successful than you, but doesn't actually present the fact that they are more successful than you?
Nah, I
quickly just say okay, now go on.
This is the thing, right? This is almost like the same thing as reality TV, right? We as people have been fed so much that, you know, success comes from driving a Lambo, comes from dressing in like 2,000, 10,000 suit, comes from, you know, having this, having that. But then when you actually realize, is the top richest people, they have all this. And like, I'm not saying not to have it. Like when I'm rich, man, I'm gonna have like a car collection. I don't give a shit, you know. But like these people, the super rich people, they have like, have you seen Bill Gates' fucking car collection? But they don't necessarily, you know, show it off all the time. So the thing is, if you always seek like expensive cars, this and that, it doesn't always mean you're talking to a rich guy. Because some of these guys I know, they like all these like fake forex traders and all that. They're renting cars and all that. It's just the thing is,
I know you're acting someone as well. You're acting
not at all. Because all these like, you know, mentors or whatever, they all rent houses and shit. You know what I mean? But like, all I'm saying is, for us almost is, if someone doesn't you know show their money or like act like they have millions or billions, we almost like disregard those people, you know. We don't even listen to them. We don't even give them a chance.
That's psychology. We get attracted to the shiny object.
I have a question. What do you consider success?
This is good.
And before you go into that question, I think for me personally, like what Dark was talking about, this that I'm sure like a lot of people explain it, if they were describing me, that's how they describe me. I'm not even a guy that you would never know about what going on with me. Yeah. And I'm sure there's some of you man probably the same as well. But there's just certain things that I don't, because obviously at the same time, I am a psychologist at mind. Even before I did psychology, I'm just a person that likes to think in so many different aspects. So in that scenario, I hate the fact that, I have to have a Rolex to look rich, or I have to drive a Ferrari to look rich, or this, that. I just hate the fact, I hate the, the conditioning that we've been put into. And it's like, I don't want to be part of that. Dead. If it means that I don't have to be wearing no jewelry to look the way I want to look and feel the way I want to feel, then that's how it's going to be. I could have $1 billion in the pocket and not be wearing nothing in terms of like no watch, no nothing, and feel great. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's like what's his name? Gary Vienna, whatever.
Gary V, he's a good guy.
Now, one thing I want to add to that,
shit.
Well, answer the question I asked you, fam.
Now, let me just add something to that, right? If this is the thing, right? You don't want people to value you by how much money you have, right? So tomorrow, let's say I became successful, right? And I'm gonna teach someone, lecture, whatever. I'm gonna be someone's mentor, right? I might not want to pull up in a Lambo, you know. I might pull up in just a decent car, like an okay car, because what you realize is people get too motivated by, like, you know, your status. And if someone, this is my thing, right? If someone wants to learn from me driving like a Skoda or something like stupid, they're gonna want to learn from me when I have a Lambo. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want shallow people. You know what I mean? I don't want to be teaching people who all they care about is status and money, because are those people really gonna like keep up? You know, like running a business or whatever?
I want to interject in this one. I have a different mindset in this. Like, I feel like it's okay. You know, like it's if you're fascinated by the finer things in life, and they motivate you to move forward, that's fine. Same with body. Like in the beginning, the reason I started going to the gym, I'm gonna be super honest with you, it was simply to look good, so girls would look at me and be like, "Oh, look, he's got good shape." That motivated me. Of course, that's not right. That's not sustainable.
No.
But it got me moving. Same with wealth.
Man.
Like I'm not like Tanaka or Darko. Like I enjoy like a nice watch. I enjoy a nice fitting suit. That's a part of my motivation, and I feel like that's okay. You know, it's like it's fine.
I agree with you. I enjoy it as well.
No, hold on quickly. All I want to say is, don't ever think that because I like to do things like this, or he likes to do things like this, then because you like to think of things like this, then it's a bit wrong. It's not wrong at all. Like I know there are some people that I love. If I was wearing a nice pair of shoes, I could be wearing Air Jordan Dior's today, and then someone would love me because of that. And I'm not gonna hate them for. I'm not gonna hate them. I'll be like, that's your preference. You know what I'm trying to say? For me, I'm a car guy. I'm a car enthusiast. Even like, let me tell you something. I met my one of my mentors. Yeah, I don't really like having mentors anyway, but this guy just spoke to me like that. And then I saw him at uni. The first time I saw him at uni. This guy was, I can't even explain. Yeah, you know what? You know the type of vibe you get. Like I'm trying to think. You know, like those celebrities, the black celebrities. You can just tell that they're made of money. Just looking at them, let's say Diddy or something. You can look at his Insta. You're like, this nigga's got money. You can just tell, right? This nigga pulled up. I swear not. He pulled up in a £500,000 Lamborghini. Yeah. Fam, in my head, I was like, shit, this nigga. He was pulling. He pulled up the way your parents would want you to be pulling up. You know that the whole 3-piece suit and like smell. That guy was smell. No homo. He smelled nice, bro. I never knew you could smell good. I never knew like a guy could be attracted to smell, bro. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
He was wearing Richard Mille, this, that. He was on job. He came and talked, right? Obviously, from the outside looking in, he found everything was on par. He's rich. He's 8-figure nigga. Mm-hmm. He came through and he started speaking. He started speaking, yeah. Mm-hmm. And for me, it motivated me even more. Yeah, cool. Obviously, the materialistic things, they're like, oh, wow, that's cool. That's dope. I'd like that one day. He came through and he spoke. And it was even more like, rah. So he's not just a show. This guy knows what he's talking about.
It's a package.
And he had the credibility as well. He had his whole company they're telling him, oh yeah, he's that. He's won awards and this and that and da. I was like, dead. I went to talk to him. I was, yo, I need to teach me. I asked him, and so that's what I'm saying with Hamza, right? I'm not even gonna at you for saying, oh, because if you see someone wearing a Richard Mille or driving a Bugatti or whatever, it's gonna motivate you. It motivates every one of us. None of us here are sitting here saying, oh, me, I'm gonna look at Galvin, this and Micro and be motivated. Craig today, if he saw some nigga driving a G-Wagon and that nigga pulled up and he started talking to him, he would want to know, okay, how you doing what you're doing? You'll be intrigued. I'll be like, yo, tell me. Show me the way. Show me how I can. And so no one here in life is motivated by the basic things in life. There's a difference really in understanding, okay, cool. There's a basic level of life, right? But then there is an understanding of even Bill Gates and all them lot. Before they made the billions or whatever, you could actually take it like this, right?
What's that noise?
You could say that because they've made so much money, they're now bored of the way we see rich life has, or the lifestyle we think is lit. So when you start seeing the way they live, it's almost like, well, I want to live like them. They're living simple lives, this, that. But they only live in simple lives because they're bored of the rich life you're trying to look for.
Yeah.
So they've already passed that rich life you're trying to get to. So don't be out here saying, I want to be like Bill Gates. No, you're not on their level. You stay on your level. You know what I'm saying? You still have to go past your rich life, your wealthy life, and then you get to your billionaire status. Once you get to your billionaire status, now you be dropping in the polos and the jeans and the Nissans, whatever, because Bill Gates went through all the Porsches. Do you know how many Porsches this guy's owned? Do you know how many Porsches Bill Gates has owned? Millions and millions. He spent millions on Porsches alone.
Yeah.
So are you gonna at him and say, he wears simple clothes? No. So you're gonna lower your life standards because you think he's living a basic life. You don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. He's buying Bugattis and whatever, but you don't know. You're out here saying, let me shop at Primark, let me go buy Nissan, let me eat at McDonald's. For what?
That's the same.
Okay, I have another question now. Okay, I have a question now. What do you consider success? Let's answer that.
Good pum.
Not a good balance.
Good balance, what?
Because you know how, right? You know how in a game you get only like a few points, and you can either maximize your strength, your smartness, your thing. For me, success is being able to do multiple things at a time. Keep up a family, keep up a business. Like stay smart, but stay healthy. For me, it's success. I feel like if you just excel at one thing, if you just get rich, but you don't focus on the rest of the things in life, you're just going to be rich and depressed and sad, or you're going to be just like, rich and unfulfilled. I think it's good to focus on prospering in many fields at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get like rich or like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how to like explain it, but you get what I mean.
Oh my god!
I know exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
Let me make it quick. This is gonna be quick. I'm talking too much. I can't be able to keep talking. Anyway, obviously on GTA, I'm as rich as fuck. I'm tired of the game just because I bought everything. I don't know what to do anymore. And I feel like in life, if you think about all these billionaires, Jeff Bezos, whatever, for them, this whole network thing is now just a game because they're bored.
That's what I was gonna say, but this guy interrupted. He was like, "Let me ask you a question."
They don't even care anymore about the actual money. They just want to kind of be up. Oh crap! How fast can I make my company reach 2 trillion? How far? It's not even about the money anymore. It's kind of just a game. It's just a competition.
That's why GTA is so famous, because you get the taste of that lifestyle.
Yeah, and I've lived that, and I'm already bored. So now I've realized I don't want to get to Jeff Bezos' level in terms of funds. Yeah, I want to be a billionaire, cool. But I want to still have like, there's still more. Let me go enjoy it. But I don't want to be in a position where it's like, what now? Shit, I'm bored.
But think about
Elon
Musk is doing the same. Like, he's going in space now because he doesn't know what to do anymore. He's building tunnels under LA. He's doing all crazy shit.
I'm just pissed off.
I'm so going, man. Continue to give your point. What do you consider success?
First, I'm not going to comment on whatever Tanaka and Darko just said because I disagree. But I'm just going to quickly say what I was going to say. I feel like for me, success is 4 things: financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, and happiness. That's it.
Yeah,
but like, what?
Okay, cool, Hamza. What did you want to say?
That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, success is.
No, before that, you wanted to say something about what me and Darko said.
Yeah, I just feel like you guys are just overextending. Like GTA, like Jeff Bezos. Like, you're not him. Like, you don't know what he's going through. Or like, he still loves money. Like, he got there not because he didn't love money. He loves money. He wants to. Like, he's building Blue Origin, which is like a space company. Elon Musk is building SpaceX to go further. Like, they are constantly chasing more and more ways to get more. Like, they're not just bored. What you guys were saying.
No, can I rephrase what I meant then? Let me rephrase what I meant, like to actual terms. What I meant to say is, it's not about the money for them. It's now about the purpose. It's now about, okay, what can I do with my money? What can I do with my position? What can I do with my resources?
But that's really... then after they've got success. Before that, like, money was a thing for them.
No, yeah, I'm not saying money was probably always on their minds before, but now it's a different story. Completely
I feel like my point of view, my opinion, I feel like success is like I feel like it's anyone who's moving towards a purpose or a meaningful thing in their life, pretty much. Like, I feel that's like, it doesn't matter if you're rich, if
you're trying to say, if you have a purpose in your life,
if you have a purpose and you know in your mind and you're moving towards it, whatever it is, like, it doesn't. For sure, it doesn't have to include money. I feel like that's success to me. I feel like,
for sure, like, if you know your purpose in this world was to be one of the greatest music producers, you already won. Like, you're ahead of 99% of the people who are trying to figure it out. It doesn't matter if you're rich. It doesn't matter if you have...
things like money, houses, they're just like the visible thing that everyone else is going to now be able to see and say, okay, now they can just say, okay, he's successful. But you mentally, you've been there way back, way before they can even, like, but that's my opinion.
Now, listen, personally, right, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of people who know what they want to be in life, because I feel like, I'm not trying to, like, brag or big myself up, right? So, sometimes I feel like some people, they might not be, like, I might be even smarter than them. I might be able to do something better than them. I might have better taste, creativity, whatever. But they're so focused on whatever they're gonna do. They have tunnel vision, and they're gonna be successful one day. And I'm jealous of that, because I can't find out what I'm my passion,
Why you jealous? Like, you're so young. You're like 18, 19. The KFC guy, he didn't know what his purpose was till like 62.
Yeah, because I know that when I have something, I know that me personally, when I have something I enjoy, I'm gonna get obsessed with it. I'm gonna treat it like if I ever had a business in an area that I love, I know I'm gonna treat that business like my eyes. I'm gonna make sure it's like the best thing ever. You know what I mean? That's the type of person. But my drawback is I can never find anything I'm interested in. Everything I do, I get over fast.
Do you want me to give you a way that this how I done it? But I'm just gonna give you like a way that you can find your meaning. I want you to look at the two people that two emotions. I don't know. Do you have your dad? Is your dad alive or anything?
Yeah.
Then you have your mom, right?
Yeah.
I want you to look at those people, their stories, the things they have told you, the life that they have lived, and I want you to see if you can see anything. Like, there might be something that you're really interested that you might right now at this moment you might be like, no way I would do that shit. But if you take the time to really look deep, because most of the things that we're all interested in are mostly like genes. They're more like they come from genes. They come from your mom, your dad. You either take one from them, or you can take both. Then they kind of build you up. Then if you have to look way deep into yourself to find that. Then when you find that, that's when you find out what you really want to become. So that's just my opinion. Like if you really wanna,
what Craig is saying is true. Because my dad is a businessman from heart. My mom's a musician from heart. So it's like there's no way I just came out like that. It's just natural for me to be both ways.
But I feel like sometimes it's hard to find because it's not something that's in front of you.
Yeah, you have to look for it. You have to look for it. Me.
Look
Also,
deep,
some people are blessed with
so
just
Darko,
because I was born.
that's my opinion.
I
I
feel like you
agree.
should try do that.
I think one thing I'm
right.
gonna
Some
add
people
on
are
to
just
that.
born with the spark. Like they just know from a young. Like
Yeah.
my dad, since he was 7 years old, he knew he wanted to be a doctor. 7.
Yeah, but the thing is, it also comes with the people that are around you, because those people can kind of cloud that whole thing up. They can just put some of like think of like school. You know, we go to school and then we start thinking, I want to be. I used to say I want to be a doctor, fam. Then I went from being a doctor, I was like, I want to play basketball. I was like, I want to be this, I want to be that.
Yeah,
And
like
was
Dan
like,
Pena, I keep coming back to him because I find him
Yeah.
so real. Like he says, like the biggest, the fakest thing people tell their kids is you can be anything you want. And and then he explained like that's the most BS thing you can tell and like ruin people like from a young age. Like, hey, you can be an astronaut, you can be a doctor. Like, no, like sometimes genes pass on. Like if your parents, everyone was dumb, it's very unlikely you're gonna have the smart genes in you and you're gonna turn out to be the best doctor in the world.
No, but do you know what? This is the thing, right? I think not only genes but also parents' mentality affect the kid hugely, right? Because personally, like my parents have like one of the strongest mentality ever. Through no money, through anything, any problems. I like they've made sure that their kids, they know, like it's crazy, but I think like you involuntarily get ingrained inside of you the mentality of your parents. So if you have mentally strong parents, you're already better off than most of these people who don't, and I'm not trying to like come for people's parents or anything, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to say like no matter how many parents you have or whatever, if the person who's raising you, or whether you even have parents, has a strong mentality, you're already very advantaged in life, I feel like. Because it's programmed into you. You don't have to learn it personally. Whether you just have to brush onto it or not, maybe like relearn a little bit here and there, but it's kind of like built into you. If you know what I'm trying to say.
Can I add on top? That just fits in with what we were saying last week, the influence. How you guys obviously went to Ormiston together, and you've influenced each other to follow your dreams, follow what you guys actually want to learn in life. And look at you now, you're all going down the path of what you want to do. And if your parents, your parents influence you to have your morals, have this certain moral, to think that, to work this certain way.
I disagree with mine 99% of the times.
Yeah.
But okay, then your influence comes from the world, from Dan, from what you've been learning, so on and so forth. So influence doesn't even just come from friends. It comes from family. When you walk down the street, when someone says something to you, that isn't, as Darko says, is ingrained into you, and it's just powerful. Every encounter you have is powerful on your life. That's what I truly believe. And I wanted to add. Did someone want to say something?
No, go on.
I wanted to add, I don't believe anyone knows their true purpose. That's impossible. Like, because one day we could be doing what we we could be doing what seems to be our purpose, but then all of a sudden it goes left. You understand what I'm saying? So how I feel is that
I just want to say something. Okay, go on.
I almost finish. I feel as if we find something that works for us, that just fits how we work, how we think, all of that.
I feel like you have to be in harmony with whatever you're doing.
Yes,
you have
exactly.
To be. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're not,
and that's what we call our purpose. Yeah. Go on, Tanaka.
I feel like that's where people then involve religion. I know obviously religion is just a big marketing scheme. It's not actually, there's not really a religion. It's just what you believe in. That's it.
What are you talking about?
And hold on.
Yeah.
I'm onto something. I'm a bit tired now. Anyways, it's because what Jerry was saying about no one truly knows what their purpose is, right? But then, okay, from a Christian perspective, we're told that God will show you where your purpose is. God will show you where your path is. God will show you whatever. So then here, obviously, Jerry's saying it's impossible to hear that you can't actually find your purpose. It's kind of just what is right for you, or what's, I don't know. For me personally, I feel like I know what my purpose is. And you're very right. Nothing in life is like 100%, but I'm 99%, if that's possible, 99.9% sure of what I'm supposed to do, what my purpose is. Whether it's I'm going to do it now or later, but I know what it is. And I feel like that's where it comes in with what Hamza was saying prior, like time ago, about knowing yourself. You need to also not just, okay, you could know God, you could be praying all day or whatever. So if we're involved in Christianity or Muslim, whatever, you can pray all night, all day, whatever. But if you don't know yourself, then your prayers ain't gonna do. God ain't gonna help you get to where you're trying to get to, because you don't even know who you're working with. You're supposed to be working with your body, right? So it's a case of what Hamza was saying about meditating and taking care of yourself, actually knowing yourself. And it's like a lot of people don't actually know their purpose because they don't actually know who they are trying to. Hold on. A lot of people don't know their purpose because they don't know who it is they are trying to make the purpose come from, or they don't know who they are in terms of actually trying to find a purpose. So you can't find a purpose if you can't find yourself.
There you go. I feel like it also goes with a lot of people do find their purpose, right? But sometimes it gets really, really, it's something that when they look at it, it's powerful. They look at themselves right and they'll be like, no fucking way, man.
It's almost like a mistake, like they just came by it, like they didn't even know it, they had it in them.
The thing is, they go like, no, it's no way. But I also feel like it's, shit, what the fuck I was gonna say, man? I'm forgetting my words.
They were like, shit, what have I been doing all this time?
Oh, shit, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's powerful.
I have something to say as well about religion.
Like it's, it gets very overwhelming. That they start thinking more about how are they gonna get there, which you should not do that, because once you start doing that, that's even worse. Because I feel like the way it's set up for you, but when you start forcing your mind to consciously think and decide.
I've now got a question for everyone. Obviously, Dark wanted to say something, but hold on. Let me just say the question before. Wait, let me say the question because I forget.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's gone. No. Craig, what were you saying?
I said, they get so distracted by thinking about how are they gonna get there instead of just letting it come to them.
Oh yes. Do you believe that your life is already set up for you, or
yes?
Do you believe that your life is actually already there? So you're like now just living the life that's already set up.
It's already set up. Like if you like the meditation thing you was talking about, if you start doing that, there's an image that will literally be created in your mind. A clear image of you. You see yourself at this stage, and you don't know. But the thing is, you don't see how you got there, because that's learning, that's experiencing, that's going through this and that for you to get there. So in your mind, it's just an image. So a lot of people don't see this image, but they'll be like, but they cannot see how they're gonna get there. But yeah, Jerry, go on.
I wanted to just add a quick adley. Sorry, Ducko. One of my mentors told me that most people visualize the success, the cars, the money, whatever it may be, but they don't visualize the steps to get there.
Yeah.
I think
that's something I struggle with as well.
I don't think
I'm gonna be honest, straight up.
I believe you can. If you think about it, visualizing making a call, visualizing managing a client, visualizing having a conversation, and visualizing it going well. And when there's an objection, you overcome the objection. That visualizing the steps.
You see that? That right there, you can do. But I'm talking about like in terms of, because for you to start visualizing these things, you had to put yourself in this business mindset. You have to learn about this, that you have to do this. So now in your mind, you know that you have to do this. So now you're visualizing, so you can put yourself in a position. So when that situation actually comes in your life, it won't be something that you haven't,
been there,
seen. But if you didn't put yourself in this business, whatever mindset, or you didn't learn about the business stuff, you will not be visualizing about that right now.
That's something that's kind of sad. Can I add something that's kind of like low-key sad, but it's so true. I feel like most people...
No, you're cool. No. This is not what I even wanted to say, but I wanted to add to what Jerry said, right? It's so easy to get caught up in that like mindset because, right? Imagine, right? The end goal is driving, right? That's for example, for me, that's what I want to do, right? Because it's getting cold. Biking is not the one, right? So all you visualize is driving. And as soon as you visualize, like taking a lesson, having to remember everything, working for that lesson, paying for like going, taking the bus to do the theory test, practicing for the theory test, it almost just is like, oh fuck, I might as well bike. That's so bad, right?
It becomes daunting. Yeah.
For me, actually, if same as like revising or anything, for me actually to be able to get the whole thing done, I just have to think step by step. So I have to think like, I got to do this lesson next Friday. Get ready for that lesson. And then for the next lesson. And then I think of the whole concept itself. I think that's the only way I can do things. Because if I think about the big picture, I forget to actually like, if I think about like the great door, I forget to climb the stairs,
Ooh. No, but don't you think that's the beauty of it? Like reverse engineering. Don't you think that's what makes it amazing?
Because I already know it's wrong. So now I'm thinking like, I'm doing a lesson, like whatever, you know what I mean?
Like what Jerry was saying, I want to say two things really quickly. What Jerry was saying with the cold call and stuff, like I do this every single morning. When I wake up for 10 minutes, I close my eyes. And again, this is linking back to materialistic things. I know some of you don't agree, but like I visualize myself in a mansion, in my own private jet. Like I almost go into such extreme detail. It might sound weird, but I try and like emulate what will the carpet smell like? What will the leather seats smell like? And then reverse engineering.
Bro.
Okay, like 10 million for that. Okay, what will I have to do for 10 million? Okay, get this many clients. What will that mean? That means sending 5,000 emails, 2,000 cold calls. What will that mean before that? Energy. Before that, practice steps. Like, I feel like that's what makes it so true and beautiful because every single one of you listening to me right now can achieve super success, but it's about reverse engineering to your passion, your purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also everyone has like a different thing they imagine when they close their eyes. For me, especially, when I'm at work, working in like some, like, it's not even a bad job, but still, it's not like the best job in the world. You know what I mean? I'm just working some job here. And for me, success measures by what I can give back to the people who invested in me since I was a kid. So when I close my eyes at work, I just imagine like buying my parents, grandparents, buying them something luxurious, buying them a car, taking them on a holiday, things like this. Because for me personally, I think if you in life can help out someone like that you will be successful for yourself. You don't have to worry about yourself if you can actually do that for other people. You know what I mean? That means you're comfortable for yourself. So me, when I get to that step where I can actually like get something great for the people that have loved me and believed in me when I was nothing, I think that's like the biggest factor. Like the feeling you get from giving, it's almost better than receiving because
sweet
you just know
talk,
how happy how happy your parents, grandparents are.
I mean, if you want,
they believed in you when you were nothing.
If you want to receive, you have to learn how to give.
Yeah.
One thing I want to quickly say is like one thing it's almost like motivation. Like one thing like I would tell you guys is when you change the focus from being on you to other people. So for example, instead of you just being like, I'm going to get the Audi R8, I'm going to get the Urus, I'm going to get the Bentayga, blah, blah, blah for myself. But because that can get very scary and be like, you know what, I don't actually need it. But when you change the focus to, you know what, I want to buy my mom a house. I want to retire her. then the whole paradigm changes. Then it's a completely different level. It'll be very hard for you to get demotivated when the other focus is on the people that support you and brought you up. So yeah, I feel like that's one advice I would give.
And I know we're supposed to give for other people, and I think that's the beauty of giving, because giving is not just you giving to someone else and you feeling like shit. You can give to someone, right? And then you go home like, wow, I've just changed someone else's life. The true meaning of life is in the little things like giving. And I'm promising you right now, yeah, if you give, even if you have nothing, yeah, just give whatever you can. I'm telling you right now, you'll be the happiest individual. I'm telling you right now. Oh man, it's sweet. It's sweet.
This is the thing, right? Be open to like to try and be nice to someone. Once you feel that feeling, it's almost like addictive. Like that good rush you get from giving something to someone, or making their day, even if it's a compliment. That's almost like a high. You know what I mean? It's almost like addictive. You want to do it tomorrow, you want to do it twice. The next day you want to do it even more. But it doesn't mean that everyone is just built in, like, good to everyone. Because personally, I know that when I was younger, I used to be that kid that used to eat, like, me and my sister would get a chocolate and I would eat hers as well. That's how greedy I was, and I would want more. I wouldn't feel satisfied. I would want even more, you know what I mean? But, like, if anything, my dad always teaches me, like, preaches to me. And he always said, the one who gives will always have. Because the thing is, when you give, everyone appreciates you. And tomorrow you might not have money, but you'll have so many, like, you'll feel good because you'll see all the people that you helped out. They've become something. You know what I mean?
Nah, you'd be broke. It's not a good feeling.
Like, obviously, it has boundaries. Don't give away all your fucking money and be poor for other people to have happy. But, like, don't also keep it all to yourself and live a cold life.
No, I feel like I'm gonna be a conversation breaker here. I really do think, like, before you save the world and go out and, like, give, the first thing you should do is links back to figure out your purpose and figure out yourself first. Because if you just like, God, and also religion, in my country, I'm sure with you Christian people, it's the same. Like, especially the older people, like the grandmothers and grandfathers, they're so religious. Like, if you're feeling down, it's okay. Don't cry. Pray. Okay, grandmother, praying will get me feeling nicer. But what's gonna get me feeling nicer and it will work is me actually controlling emotions, taking action, going towards that goal. It's not always just like pray to God and blah blah blah. Because obviously, like I'm a Muslim. Like, I don't consider myself the best. Like 30-day fast, 5-day pray, wake up at sunrise, sleep at blah blah blah. Like, I'm not the best. Obviously, I still believe in Allah and God and all that stuff. But I feel like the advice that people give is like, just link it back to praying and just go back to reading the holy, Quran, Bible, whatever. I feel like that's such overrated advice because obviously God helps you.
Can I just give one sentence from what Hamza's talking about? Also, I don't want to make this a religious talk. It's just, I know this is the podcast thing, right? But at the end, from my own perspective, it's a case of like, he's talking about people praying, like, we have to, your grandparents telling us, we have to pray, always referring back to prayer. I think there is always a balance. Everything's always a balance in life, but there's a balance between prayer and you actually doing something. And this is my own perspective of how God gave us a brain. So every animal in the world has something. A lion can roar, an elephant has its weight, and a hippo can bite, a crocodile can do this, and they've all got this special moves. An eagle can fly, blah blah blah. Humans, we have a bloody brain. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people start using prayer as a way to run away from actually thinking themselves or using their brain, it's like you're kind of taking the piss. Like,
you're saying, God, please make me rich, please make me rich.
God make me rich, but then God is like, well, I gave you a brain, so use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like...
Also, yeah, I
That's what I want to
think
say.
I think believing in something, you know, like believing whichever God you believe in, whatever is that that motivates you. I think it's almost like a great placebo effect, because when you put something out, when you say, God, please, I want something good to happen to me, you know, you are more likely, when something good happens to you, you're more likely to notice it and be grateful for it, and you're like, wow, hey, look at this. You almost, it almost gives you like a boost to believe in yourself. It's almost like, by believing in God or whatever people believe in, you almost believe in yourself, because you ask for something, and you know something good happens, and you're like, wow, this is great, and it kind of like pushes you, you know. It's good. I think having a belief in something is just good, because even if there's nothing out there, you're just, you know, it's just like your mind just believes in something great is going to happen, and when something good happens, you just notice it, and it motivates you, I feel like.
Jerry, go on.
I was going to say something, but it's not coming to me, the full sentence. Continue.
No, I think Darko is right, and so is the Tanaka when it comes to like praying, because your intention, because positive thinking leads to positive actions, and what you think is what you become. So in terms of finance and everything, like if you're praying to God, like, please make me rich, but you're waking up at 12 on a Sunday, having nothing but shit for breakfast and
watching porn,
blah blah blah, but you're like, God, you're not working for me, I don't believe in you, da 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 da. Like, that's so dumb. Whereas like if you feel like, God, I need your support, I need to find a way, and then you actually go out and be proactive, like, yeah, like meeting, networking, reading, this and that, like, that's the beauty of it. Not just sitting on a rug or a mat or a bench and saying like, God, make me rich.
I feel like you can pray, you can go to church, you can read the Bible, but when it comes to God, this is huh? Anyway,
go on.
When it comes to God, I feel like it's this is where the mindset thing comes. You know, that's I feel like He is up here. I don't feel like He's anywhere else except for here. You know, and some people go to church, they read, they pray, but then they're not willing to give to give something away to like really be in tune with God. You know, that, like, for example, some people, they go to church, they come back home, they have sex, and the next morning they keep fucking. Yeah, and they're reading a Bible, and it's like, how do you expect yourself to be really be in harmony with God when you're giving away all this energy away from from your system, which is the one thing that's gonna put you in the state where you and when God can actually communicate with you without any roadblocks, any distractions.
I feel like religion is so complicated in this modern world. Like, I feel like I said this to my dad, like, some of the things my religion says, like, I was reading upon in the Holy Quran, it says like listening to music is banned, it's haram, because it leads to like bad actions. And there's something on Friday. Friday is a holy day, like Sunday is for you. So Fridays, this is like we go to the mosque, like we get together, we do a lot of like reading and stuff. And then on Fridays, you shouldn't wash your clothes in the washing machine, because in the olden days, that water could have gone to the people and it could be drunk or all that stuff. And I was telling my dad, like, religion is so complicated in the modern world, because back in like 1600s, it was so simple. You didn't have Wi-Fi. You were in the same company as in the same company as like your friends who were Muslim or Christians, and it was so simple. But nowadays, like, some people believe in God, some people don't, and you're all around each other. So it's very difficult to really operate with just one religion and stick to it.
They were not fully like what's the word? They're not fully developed in terms of like the mind, and whatever was put in front of them, they just took it. It's like, that's it. We have to do that. But nowadays, everyone is like, whoa, come on.
I feel like the true religious people are like the older generation. I feel like most of the younger kids, and me included, like, unfortunately, it's just so hard to stay on track with religion, because, especially with the rules and boundaries, because for me to become a true Muslim, like, I have to pray 5 times a day. I have to make sure I don't look at girls' hairs, ankles, all that stuff. Like a girl in front of me should be fully dressed.
That's
like
mad.
if you really think everything about my religion is so true, like the whole sexual side of it, and like having marriage and then proceeding with making babies, giving charity, like it makes so much sense. Yet in this modern world, it's so hard to do, especially in like this country where everyone is just so like messed up.
Also,
like Christianity is so similar to Islam, especially when you're like drinking and like pork and stuff. But I really see it's like true Christians like sticking to the like the Holy Bible and the rituals and stuff. So like unless you live in like a desert or something, like it's very, very difficult to follow religion.
Me, I just believe it's a mindset, man. Like if you can really be like spiritually be in the mindset where you don't rely so much on external things, but you know that there's a power in your mind that you can link to, and this power, this is God. You know, like I feel like anything external outside that can ruin that kind of, you know, I think it can ruin that stuff, you know. But then religion is I think it's a way to just help. It's like to help you live.
They just want to put it in a category.
But they do it. But then they get so extreme about it.
Category. It shouldn't be in a category just because it's that special. It shouldn't be in a category. It should just be. It should just be a part of life. It is really just a part of life. It's not like, I should have a religion. Even those atheists, people that are atheists, people that say they don't believe in anything, quotation marks, they believe in something. And they believe in something that allows them to think that they don't believe in anything.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Say something. You guys were saying it was something to link with purpose and then like giving back and stuff. Like, do you really think, I'm gonna sound again for the third episode again, I'm gonna sound super cold and ruthless, but do you really put a high importance on being nice, being giving back and loving as a man?
I don't think you have to. It's not about
like, and if you try to go different way, and if you like make all your money, keep it to yourself, spend it yourself, do whatever you like, is that seen as something evil?
No, I don't think it's evil, but it's selfish.
Why do you say that? Like, I wanna
because I personally feel like a purpose or a meaningful life is when you can use all that, like, you know, all things that you've acquired in your life. You've been so fortunate to gain wealth, you know, money, richness, whatever. You know, once you gain, I feel like being able to use those tools and then put in the hands of someone else and say, yo, there you go, better yourself up. I feel like that's the meaning of it. That's the purpose of it.
Wait, so Craig, are you saying the purpose is like you make your bread and then you split it? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it doesn't need to be like bread, like money, but it could be like maybe your mind, the way of thinking. You can share that with people. Some people don't even know exactly how to link with their brain, but if you can share that with someone, but just, yo, see here, let's say go to a homeless person, right? You don't always have to give them money, but you can literally sit down with them and share ideas, share things that are going to open their minds to something way bigger than they've ever in their life thought about. And that can instantly change.
I think what answers your question, it's for me personally, it's a case of the things you're saying. Yeah, you can be kind, or like being kind is that really important, whatever, giving, whatever. I just feel like it's a human side that is more degraded as we move on, especially in our generation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's now been looked down upon slowly. It's slowly been looked down upon to be kind and to be a nice person. You know how like and to take care of people. And you know how nice men or nice guys are like
taking advantage of.
Nice guys finish last or whatever, blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like to a certain
finish last in what?
Finish like
Pretty much
how
they're saying everything. Nice guys.
Wait, did you say in bed?
No, in everything.
Fucking hell.
This guy's funny.
I'm joking. Relax.
Yeah, obviously the fact that women like bad guys more than they like nice guys, whatever. I feel like that's been an ongoing generational. What can I call it? An ongoing
battle
war or misunderstanding or
like persona type of thing. Yeah, it's like
condition that has been placed, and like I think what Hamza, what you're trying to hit at is the fact that do I really have to be nice to live? Like, do I really have to take care of other people to live? Do I whatever? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, kind of. And one thing I want to extend on to your point you just said is very right. And another thing where I'm coming from is like, are you being nice because you want other people to think you're nice and you want other people to think you're like good impressions?
See, that's being naive. That's being naive.
No. Let me come in. Because remember when I was talking about giving, and there's a point where you can give, thinking, oh, bro, I'm giving to this person, right? But then they better know that it's me giving to them, right? So it could be a case of I could come to you, Jerry, and be like, oh, Jerry, I'm giving you 100,000. And I want you to know it's coming from me, right? And you know it's coming from me. That's me feeding my own ego, and I'm doing it in a selfish or evil manner. That's me doing it in a bragging way. It's like, oh, I'm giving you 100K because I can. You know what I'm trying to say? But what Hamza, I think what you're trying to hit at is me giving someone 100K, letting them know that I'm giving them the 100K. Is that wrong? To a certain extent, it is wrong, but I'm not going to be out here saying you're wrong for that. But at the same time, it's immoral. It's morally wrong in the sense that I'm probably putting Jerry down for the sake that I'm doing that, because now Jerry now knows I'm expecting something back.
Yeah.
He now knows, oh crap, he's giving me 100K. Oh crap, what am I going to do to repay him? How am I going to do that? And I'll probably let him know, yo, I want my money back, or I want it back with interest.
No, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I'm the bad guy because I just feel like being nice is just so.
Let me answer your question.
What?
I feel like.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
See, I don't think being nice is bad, but then some people they go to an extent where they become so naive. You know, they want everyone to view them as this nice character, this nice guy.
It's like a false character.
Yeah, but I don't like everyone has that poison in them. Everyone has it. Every single person has it. So when you're suppressing that just to be the nice, that's when you become Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, because you're suppressing something like that's in you. You get me?
Jekyll and Hyde.
Like it's in you, bro. Like make it part of you, and then.
So essentially, what Hamza, your answer, it's that if you are not a nice person, don't be nice. Like just be who you are.
Think about it. You can be not too nice but still do good things.
Yeah, for sure. Like I definitely think like I'm one of the kindest persons at heart, but nowadays I'm just so more serious in terms of dealing with people and like being blunt and straightforward.
That's your level in life. That's your situation in life. That's how you feel at this certain moment. When you're 40 years old, when you're 50 years old, you'll be looking back, you'll be like, "Wow, why was I so nasty to that person?
Yeah, why was I such a prick?
Why was I such a prick?" You know what I'm saying? But like I said, these are all levels in life.
Yes, another level you have to go through. It's a whole paradigm.
At points here, I'm thinking when I was 15, 16, I was never really always this nice guy. I was never always this open guy. I was always the guy that would not even talk to you. I would ignore you, bro. I'd look at you, ignore you. I was rude as fuck. I was a rude guy, but I wasn't rude in the sense that like I wanted you to know I was rude, but I was rude in the...
Nah, you were a rude guy.
That's just how my character was. No, I'm sorry, but that's just how my character was. It wasn't me saying, "Oh, I actually want to be rude." It was just who I was, and it's like now looking back at the time, like, bro, that's who I was. I'm not gonna be acting myself. But at the same time, this is who I am now. And I'm nicer because of that. My personality has advanced or has adapted.
Nah, do you know what? Wait, let me say something real quick. I think what Tanak was saying is, I think as you get older, I think you mature to realize that being nice is, a lot easier, and actually purposely trying to like look down on people, or like not really recognize them, or like not say hi, or like be nasty to them. It takes more energy from your day and their day, and it's not beneficial for anyone. So sometimes it's so much like your life is so much less stress-free when you don't have any beef, when you don't have any, you don't have anyone you hate, you don't have anyone that hates you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like this is going long, but I gotta get back to someone. But what I'm trying to say is like in roles of authority, like again, I'm gonna link it back to business. You guys are probably sick of it, but like in the CEO role, CEO role, when you're the CEO, when you're the boss giving orders, do you think being nice works out all the time?
Nah. See, that's different.
Hold on a minute. Hamza, chill out. There's two different perspectives here.
Yeah, that's different.
Perspectives. If you came to me back in, I'm going to refer back to when I was 16, 17, whatever. And it's like, you would come, so let's say at music practice, there was a lot of,
with your pointy shoes and the red Nike backpack.
And what's wrong with you? My music practice. I'm talking about like, I used to go to a lot of music practices, and after school, before a church like event or whatever. And it's like, if you tried to piss me off in the practice, when I'm telling you to do something, or when we're trying to do something, try out a new progetto or a new melody or a new system, whatever, and you're out here messing about, I was the type of guy to tell you to leave. I was the type of guy to be pissed off with you. I'd be like, what are you doing? Pattern up. Da da da. Because I knew what I was there to do. There was a authority in what I was doing. But it wasn't because
fine.
I'm not nice.
I feel like that's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
It wasn't because I'm not a nice person, but it's because the perspective is different. The level is different. The environment is different. And this environment requires this level of authority. But
and that's
I'm a nice
fine.
person.
I feel like that's completely that's exactly the same with me in film studies. Not Craig film studies, like the my year film studies. Like everyone in my class hated me in group projects because I was good with the camera, and I still am. I'm so confident in my ability to use a camera since a young age. And when it came to the lessons, like all of them guys, they were shit at it. And I knew it because I was so much better than them. And I knew that inside me. And it's not me being cocky. It's like inside me, I knew that I could use a camera more than they could. So I was so authoritative. I was like, do this, put the light over there. Because I know when you put the light there, the shadow will come here. I know what I'm talking about. So I feel like when you can back it up, it's not as bad as it is to be not nice.
I think it comes to the authority. You can either become the Mr. Control, then you don't want to be controlling because you know everything. You get me? That authority, that's not gonna be good. Like everyone who's following you, they're not gonna fuck with that.
Let me quickly say this. You can't be a prick in a shit status, in a shit position. You can't be
think
out
about
here
it.
acting as if you're all that, but you really ain't all that. But then,
think about it.
Okay, let's say Kanye West. Let's say Kanye West, for instance. Kanye West, when he's in the studio and he tells you to do something, you are gonna do it, whether or not you like it or not. Whether he tells you to fuck off, whether you are gonna do it. Why? Because he's in the authoritative position, right? But you're not gonna be out here listening to Bow Wow telling you, "Oh, do that," and you'll be like, "Fuck off." You'd happily say that because Bow Wow ain't got the authority. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think the richer, okay, let's make it money. The richer you get, the more your attitude to not giving a fuck about what people think about you increases.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like most billionaires don't really care about what other people think of them in terms of dressing and stuff. And I feel like,
but at the
again,
same time,
money is
but you
not
need
the
to
most
understand.
important thing,
But
but the more you
you
get.
understand, Warren Buffett, one of the richest niggas in the world. He's still one of the nicest people you would ever meet.
Yeah,
Why?
he's so humble.
Because he is a nice person. It's not because he wants to be nice. He just is a nice person.
It's nature.
That's just who he is. But I'm sure when you go in the business room with him, it's a different story. Yeah. You'll be pissed off to work with him because he's probably hella strict.
I'm sure you all guys know Steve Jobs, right?
No, he died.
Yeah, Steve Jobs. If you worked with Steve Jobs, some of the horror stories people have told about Steve Jobs and his environment are honestly, like, I sometimes go like, wow, he was that person. Like, literally swearing at their mothers, threatening to throw them off the roof. Like, he was so ruthless. He was not even, actually, ruthless is a small word. I actually recommend you guys to watch the movie Steve Jobs. But and I feel like that was okay. He wasn't the richest in the room, but he knew where he wanted to take Apple. He knew where he wanted to take his company. And that led him to be so mean. And I feel like when you aim for super success and greatness, I don't think you should let anyone who's like, oh, but he's not nice, get in your way, because you know what you want. You know how you're going to get there. You just need to find the Avengers for your team.
I feel like that kind of leadership in the future probably will not prevail.
Leadership is me getting you to do what I want when I want you to do it. Like, that's the realest definition of leadership.
True. If you're watching this, you can learn a lot from this man.
Yeah, this podcast is really it's something else. There's jokes, there's live questions, there's deep questions, there's A to Z here. But to everybody watching, we thank you for being a part of this. I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, be sure to subscribe if you're new. Share with your friends, your family, people who listen to podcasts, to let them know what's going on from Boys to Men. I hope you enjoyed everyone's part. But yeah, if you like it, subscribe, and comment.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I did not participate as much today, but I will be there on Tuesday. Thank you so much.